High School for tonight's Spanish Fork Community Network Channel 17 coverage of the visiting Wasatch Wasps and the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles, as right now the Wasps starters are being introduced here as they get ready to take the court tonight. Tonight's game is brought to you by our sponsors, MVP Sports, and the Car Guys, who will sponsor our many instant replays tonight, and of course MVP Sports for their sponsorship of the MVP of the game, which will be announced at the end of tonight's ball game. We thank you for everyone joining us here on a Friday night. Ryan Pickens alongside Jerry Huffman. And Jerry, it's hard to come off as it's going to get dark in here.
Nice, here we go.
As we're going to get this it's the first time we've seen this look as from an introduction.
They got flipping cheerleaders and player introduction.
It's kind of like over at Spanish Fork, they do something similar. But Jerry, you come off this big win on Friday night or on Tuesday night, overtime win over Timpview. Now you come back and you play a Wasatch team who comes in 5-8, 1-1 in the league, and you have to have a mental stability in this one to make sure that you don't maybe overlook this Wasatch team.
Oh, Wasatch at 5-8, they are no pushover. I mean, their losses have come to really good teams like Skyline. Their roster has nobody under 6 foot, and and they coming off a big win against Salem Hills. They lost to Spanish Fork, but they beat Salem Hills, which Maple Mountain was then able to do.
And right now, Spanish Fork 3-0 in Region 8 to lead it. This Maple Mountain team comes in at 2-1, and there's a whole group of teams kind of filling in 3 through about 6. Wasatch, Salem Hills, and a few of these other teams that are 1-1. And so, I mean, really, you're going to have a very competitive spot for these top 4 in the playoff spots, as right now everybody getting ready here. The lights are slowly making their way. It looks like starting to get ready, and they quickly come on here, and we're about set ready for basketball.
Blinded by the lights.
So let's give you the starting lineups. Maple Mountain will go with Abe Durant, Jaron Hall, Sam Cromanhook, Cade Polson, and Jake Dixon. Wasatch is going to go with number 0, Logan Beisinger, number 11, Isaiah Ballstead, number 24, Clay Cloward, number 25, Zach Larson, and number 33, Nathan Dow, and he's the big scorer, the leading scorer for this Wasatch team.
Let's see if Cromanhook can maintain he does. He seems to be timing those tips perfectly. We seem to at least touch the tip first. We didn't control it. Cromanhook has the get-ups.
And Wasatch early on going to get the first offensive possession of the night. And they're going to have the ball at the top of the key with Zach Larson. Inside, and there's Jaron Hall on the interception, throws it down court to Jake Dixon, who lays it in, and the Golden Eagles on the board first.
So transition basketball, that is what Maple Mountain is good at.
A quick 2 points. A turnover leads to an easy layup. And the Golden Eagles starting right where they left off on Tuesday night. Here's Nathan Dow, number 33, with the basketball, guarded by Cromanhook.
You hear that Jaron Hall to Jake Dixon a lot in football. It's good to see it here on the basketball court as well.
And that ball knocked out of bounds. That will stay here with Wasatch.
Wasatch does look like looks like Maple Mountain's giving up a height advantage inside.
Zach Cloward on the 3 couldn't go. Cromanhook pulls the rebound quickly down court to Jake Dixon. Hall gets it to Dixon in the corner. Dixon goes right past one guy, drops it inside to Cade Polson, and looks like they're going to say he stepped on the inline, and that's going to be a turnover against the Golden Eagles. 6:59 to go, first quarter. 2-0 Maple Mountain. As the 4th game of the region play for these Golden Eagles. So far, 2-1. The Wasps have the basketball at the top of the key with Logan Beisinger. Dow, number 33, puts it on the ground, goes up, tries to get the foul call, couldn't get it to go. Rebound's going to be fought by Cromanhook, but he throws it off Zach Cloward.
Oh, they're going to give that to Wasatch. How was that not over the back by number 33? I mean, he went right over the top of Cromanhook. Cromanhook had a great box out.
So at the top, it's Jaron Hall. Hall double team over to Dixon. Dixon tacks the basket, left-handed no. Abe Durant with the rebound, and we're going to get looks like a foul. And this is going to go against Wasatch, the first stoppage of play in tonight's ball game. And they're going to get Logan Bising his first, and that's going to be the first team foul. Jake Dixon set to inbound. And we're going to get a whistle
Another
here.
foul.
I think they're going to get Zach Cloward, number 25. Or Zach Larson, I mean.
So 2 quick fouls for the Wasatch Wasps. That's kind of a tongue twister for me to say. Wasatch Wasps.
Well, I'll do the best I can, Jerry, if you'll do the best you can.
I'll probably just use the Wasatch or the Wasps.
Up at the top, it's Cade Polson. Polson on the wing. Guarded by Dow. Here's Jake Dixon. He's going to take a 2. That one's long. Kromenhoek with the tip, but it's controlled by Dow in the front court.
You know, these Golden Eagles are always moving, always hustling to the ball. It's good to see. And Jake Dixon is the one spurring that most of the time. And he picks up his foul. As soon as I mention somebody, they pick up the foul.
And that will be the first against Dixon and the first team foul. Just one of those plays. He just reached into a little too strong there and got too much of the body. Wasatch inbounds to the top to Zach Larson.
Now 33 is who you want to watch for the Wasps. He's their leading scorer, averaging about 15, 16 points a game.
And there, they're going to say steps on the inline, and that's going to be a turnover against Isaiah Ballstead, number 11. So Maple Mountain, a slow start, not a fast-paced scoring game, but a 2-0 lead for the Golden Eagles. Jaron Hall with the basketball. He's going to pop a 3, and he got it. Nothing but net for Jaron Hall.
And that's good to see Jaron Hall getting on the board quickly.
Hall has his first basket of the night, and the Golden Eagles out to a quick 5-0 lead. Larson with it, gets it over to Ballstead, and Hill's going to take a long 2. That one's off. Rebound goes to Dow. Dow drops it inside to Cloward, turn around. That one didn't go. Durant tipped it, and it's going to go off the foot of Dow as he went to go regain control and just dribble it off his foot. And that will be a Wasatch turnover, and Maple Mountain a chance to extend their lead.
So another quick start for the Golden Eagles, able to shut out their opponent so far in the first quarter. You know, next week is going to be a big week for these Golden Eagles and for the Dons of Spanish Fork. You know, Tuesday, January 20th, the Golden Eagles will be at Springville, and on Friday, January 23rd, is the intercity matchup.
And that game will be right here at Maple Mountain, right here on the Spanish Fork Community Network. And here's Dow for 3, and that one's long. Rebound controlled by Kromenhoek. Durant into the front court. He's going to attack, kicks it out. Hall with a nice save, almost throws it away. Kromenhoek controls, tips it to Dixon.
Oh, wow, Kromenhoek got a shot in the face on that one.
Durant will pop a 3. That one's off. Rebound is going to be controlled by Beisinger, and here comes Wasatch.
Both teams very aggressive here in the first quarter.
4:10 to go, first quarter, 5-0 in favor of the Wasps.
You know, at the end of the game, we're going to have a MVP Sports MVP of the game. MVP Sports, your hometown sporting goods specialist since 1987. Go visit them, 72 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. As we see Cade Polson hit the 3. MVP Sports, 801-798-3587 or MVPSportsUtah.com.
So it would look to seem to me, Jerry, that Cade Polson with that 3 wants to make a run at the MVP player of the game. And that one's short for Cloward. That one just didn't get the right roll.
There is a lid on that basket for Wasatch.
And Polson pulls up, couldn't get the shot to go. And Cloward with the board, and here come the Wasps.
You know, past 2 games, Golden Eagles have averaged, shooting about 28% and about 60% from the free throw line. So hopefully they'll improve on that tonight.
Wasatch with a couple of attempts, but none of them could go. Beisinger tries to get him on the board, and we're going to get a foul in the backcourt, and I believe they're going to get Isaiah Ballstead, number 11, with a hold.
So that's 3 team fouls for the Wasps.
We'd also like to thank the Car Guys for sponsoring tonight's Car Guys Instant Replay that you just saw here on the Spanish Fork Community Network. The Car Guys, you can visit them at 872 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. Give them a call at 801-794-0077 or visit them online at thecarguysut.net. So the foul does go against Ballstead, and that's his first personal. And the Golden Eagles have the basketball here with 3 minutes
nice
to play.
Cut by Dixon. And once again, Hall to Dixon.
And a quick 10-0 start so far for Maple Mountain.
Now this is the kind of start I'm used to seeing for Maple Mountain. You know, past couple games, you know, it took them 2 quarters to get to 10 points.
Cloward with it over to Ballstead, who steps down the lane, drops it back. And there's going to be a foul there, and no shot.
I think it might get Bryson Anderson. No, they're going to get Jaron Hall.
Hall, they're going to get him for the block as Garrett Davis, number 2's in for Wasatch. Eli Ballstead, number 13's in. Bryson Anderson in for Maple Mountain. Here's Eli Ballstead for 3. That one's off. Polson pulls the board, quickly gets it to Hall. Hall's all
nice
alone,
pass.
And he's going to be fouled as he goes up. And that's going to be against number 11, Isaiah Ballstead. And that would be his second if that is Ballstead.
Cade Polson threaded the needle on that one. If that Wasatch player had his head turned, he might have got it smacked right in his head.
And the foul does go against Ballstead as you see Hall taking it hard to the basket on the Car Guys instant replay.
So that was Isaiah Ballstead, his second.
Hall to the free throw line, and he hits the first. Hall on Tuesday night hit some clutch free throws for this Maple Mountain team late in that ball game.
And it's good to see him get started early.
And
sporting a new fade haircut today.
Hall will get his. So Hall will get his second and makes his second free throw. Maple Mountain's out to a 12-0 lead here.
Well, I got 5 points for Jaron Hall.
And it's 12-0 Golden Eagles. Cloward with it, back over to Beisinger. Eli Ballstead, Garrett Davis drops it into Cloward. Cloward against Polson. Ran out of real estate there.
You know, that's one thing Maple Mountain is also getting really good at. It's defense.
And we're going to get a foul, a traveling call, and that's going to be a turnover. It looks like Cloward just kind of moved his foot. We'll see if maybe here on the Car Guys instant replay, if we can't check something out there.
You know, defense have kept these Golden Eagles in a lot of these ball games when they are only shooting 28% from the floor. I don't know.
Close.
Hey.
I guess they're going to say that second pivot foot just kind of moved a little too much, but I like this start. Off to a quick 12-0 start, but you got to keep the foot on the pedal at this point.
You do, because this is a very dangerous Wasatch team. You know, and 12 points, that's just 4 3-pointers.
And throughout the year, we've seen Maple Mountain, as we've been doing these games, that Maple Mountain's at times been maybe a little prone to giving up, you know, a stretch or to a ball game where the other team just able to get back in it. But right now, a chance for Maple Mountain to really put the foot on the pedal and continue this momentum.
And it usually starts by the opponent trying to get points in the paint. And I think that's where the Golden Eagles are the weakest, in the paint. But Cromanhook is a very, very formidable presence down there in the lane. You know, Coach Averett usually puts Jake Dixon on the best player because he's got great feet, quick hands, and plays really aggressive defense.
1:57 to go, first quarter. 12-0 Maple Mountain. And Jaron Hall walks the basketball up for the Golden Eagles. Into Cromanhook, back cut. Garrett Griffin tried to get it to Anderson, but it looks like
it got stuck in his hands.
We're going to have a travel.
You know, in the Marine Corps, we call that good initiative, poor judgment. Trying to get it to Anderson in the middle there.
So Wasatch with the basketball moves it at the top of the key. Zach Cloward, number 24, trying to direct traffic. Right now, not a lot of movement for Wasatch. And Cloward will get it over to Nathan Dow, number 33.
Looks like they're trying to get Eli Ballstead free for a three.
And we're going to get a reach in. I think they might have gotten Cade Polson. We'll see here as our... And they did. They're going to get Polson with his first.
Polson rarely gets more than 1 or 2 fouls a game, so no pressure there, or no worry there about him fouling out.
Up to the top. Cloward with it on the wing. Over to Garrett Davis. Heisinger looking to do something as he picked up his dribble. Garrett Davis, number 2, with the basketball.
Kate Cloud wants the ball inside, but doesn't look like Wasatch is even trying to get it in there.
Davis puts it on the floor, runs into the corner, and Wasatch is going to have to reset with 50 to play in the quarter. Here's Dow. He thought about it, puts it, runs over Kromenhoek, and that's an offensive foul. So not exactly the start if you're Wasatch that you wanted. Dow lowers his shoulder, and Kromenhoek, as we'll see here on the Car Guys instant replay,
or the boom,
just to take the hit.
He got Kromenhoek and Hall all in one shot.
It's one of those moments where you take one for the team. And the turnover gives the basketball back to Maple Mountain with 44 seconds to go.
Oh, Kromenhoek always willing to give up the body for the team. Love that kid. You know, his left knee has been hurting him. I talked to him in the weight room, but it hasn't stopped him from his tenacious defense on the court.
Hall with the basketball at the top. 24 seconds to play. Looks like Maple Mountain will be content here to play for the final shot of the quarter.
That's one thing that's going to give these Golden Eagles advantage as well. A lot of basketball players don't like to lift, but this Maple Mountain team gets in the weight room and gets after it. You know, and you can tell some of the difference between, look at the arms of the Maple Mountain players versus the Wasatch.
Tries to get it over to Kromenhoek inside, and the turnover with 5 seconds to play in the quarter was pretty close to us here. Eli Ballstead with it. He's got one. Shot goes up, and it's off as a hit front iron.
So Golden Eagles able to blank Wasatch in the first period. That's huge.
Great defense. Turned into some transition offense in that first quarter. And right there, not a bad start for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles at the end of the first quarter here for Maple Mountain High School. On a Friday night here on the Spanish Fort Community Network, it's the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles 12 and the Wasatch Wasps 0. You're watching high school basketball here on the Spanish Fort Community.
Auto, home, commercial, and so much more.
We had a devastating fire. I called Tim at 4 a.m. and he came over and American Family Insurance took care of everything.
We suffered water damage in our home. Tim and American Family Insurance took care of everything.
American Family Insurance is rated policy purchase experience.
Let my family help your family. Save money on your insurance needs.
American Family Insurance.
The start of the second quarter here on the Spanish Fort Community Network at Maple Mountain High School, where the Golden Eagles lead Wasatch 12-0. Tonight's game brought to you by MVP Sports and also the Car Guys. We're sponsoring our instant replay tonight, MVP Sports, with the MVP Sports Player of the Game. So Bryson Anderson will start the second with a long three that's off, and Garrett Griffin's going to find the ball, falls in his hands. Anderson gets it back and gets it over to Jake Dixon. Abe Durant with the basketball, gets it over now to Jaron Hall. Griffin in the corner, back over to Hall, almost threw it on the other side of the century line. And Maple Mountain has control. Griffin with the basketball, skip pass over to Dixon. Anderson gets it inside, and Durant almost turns it over. In fact, he did. And then, kickball.
Durant tried to drop it in.
And it's going to stay here with Maple Mountain. They're going to say Wasatch kicked it.
Wasatch coaches are livid.
And so the ball will stay here. As you see here, Jake Dixon will be set to inbound for Maple Mountain. And whistles blow immediately. We're going to get a foul against Wasatch here.
It's like they're trying to hold Abe Durant.
We'll see here on the Car Guys instant replay.
Oh, he kicked it. Zero kicked it. He reached back with his left foot and kicked it. Good call by the refs.
So the foul for Wasatch goes against number 23, Jace Wright, his first and 16th foul. Cross-court pass, Dixon gets it. Garrett Griffin in the corner for three. Got it.
Oh, he's bringing rain with that three. That was up there.
And a 15-0 lead for Maple Mountain. Golden Eagles on top here, early second quarter.
3 threes for these Golden Eagles. Hall, Polson, and Griffin.
Dow runs over Hall, but no call. Beisinger hits the three.
And gets them on the board.
And Wasatch gets their first bucket of the night. Hall with the basketball over to Durant.
So let's hope this doesn't open the floodgates for the Wasps.
Dixon back to Garrett Griffin, over to Bryson Anderson. Anderson will take a long two and got it. So Maple Mountain shooting pretty well tonight. And they've been able to slow up Wasatch for the early going. Eli Ballstead with it.
Bryson Anderson with 2 points. He's usually the guy off the bench. If Golden Eagles have problems scoring, Bryson Anderson will come in. He has no problem scoring.
The foul there after the Beisinger miss going against Maple Mountain at number 5, Garrett Griffin. So Griffin's first. Fourth team foul. And Wasatch set to inbound.
Oh,
and
nice steal. Jaron Hall runs.
Oh, and there's going to be a foul, and that's going to go here against Wasatch. That's going to be the 7th now team foul against the Wasps here in the first half. So Maple Mountain heads to the free throw line on a lot of fouls here.
You know, he had Dixon there on the left. If you look, I guess looking over your left shoulder, Dixon wide open. But I like the foul. Send Hall to the line.
And right there.
So that's 2 on Logan Beisinger.
So
Beisinger.
They're saying Beisinger over the public address announce, so I'm going to go with Beisinger now. And the first free throw is good for Jaron Hall.
So he's perfect from the line, 3 for 3.
6 points going so far for Jaron on the night. And the second free throw on its way is long and off. Bryson Anderson fighting for it, and finally Wasatch does control it, but the ball was kind of up for grabs there for a minute. 18-3, Maple Mountain. Zach Larson with the basketball over to Cloward. There's Dow inside for the layup.
So Dow, the leading scorer for the Wasps, gets on the board.
And Hall controls the basketball. Directing traffic at the top of the key. It looks like he's going to try to take Cloward one-on-one. Goes right around him, kicks it out. Dixon, deep three on its way. Banks it in.
The bank is open with interest.
7 points for tonight for Jake Dixon. Dixon not really known to be a huge scorer, but having a good game tonight. And Zach Cloward goes down the lane with their left-handed reverse layup, and he gets himself on the board. 2-touchdown lead, 21-7. So 14-point lead for Maple Mountain. Hall with the basketball, looking over, gets it to Bryson Anderson. Anderson in the corner. Dixon tried to go around. Looks like Biesinger's still in there with 2.
Good ball movement by the Golden Eagles.
Griffin.
As soon as I say that, turnover. Doggone it.
Garrett Griffin throws it away. Dow with the basketball, gets it inside. And Wasatch looks like trying to make one too many passes. It's Anderson over to Dixon. Lays it up, no. Anderson with it, but there's going to be a foul against Wasatch. And that's going to be, I think, Eli Ballstead, number 13, picking up the foul.
So that's 1-1. Wait, no, I guess player control. So
wait, that should be 1-1.
I have no idea.
The board's got 7.
It is 1-1. It is 1. He signaled 1-1.
So they'll change it. Wasatch will make a quick substitution.
So that goes on Eli Ballstead.
Yep.
So, okay, Ballstead brothers, I guess, in. 2 for Isaiah, 1 for Eli.
And then checking into the game was Carson Bangeter. We'd like to thank the Car Guys at 872 North Main Street in Spanish Forks for sponsoring tonight's Car Guys Instant Replay. You can give them a call at 801-794-0077 or visit them online at thecarguysut.net. So Anderson hits the first of the free throw line. Now he'll get his second of 2. And that one rattled in and out. And Ballstead right there. Should say Eli Ballstead there to pull the rebound. 22-7. Maple Mountain on top. Eli Ballstead lost the handle on it. Dixon ahead of the pack. Over to Anderson. Lays it up and in. And it looks like they're going to say count the basket and the foul.
Wow. Late whistle there, but it was a foul. He got him on the arm.
One of those nights where just everything seems to be going your way if you're Maple Mountain, as Zach Larson picks up his second. And the 19th foul, Sam Cromanhook back in. Garrett Griffin to the bench for Maple Mountain.
So everybody contributing for these Golden Eagles. Spreading the love.
Anderson's free throw is good. 6 points for Bryson Anderson, 7 points for Jake Dixon, 6 for Jaron Hall. As the Wasps will try to set up their offense, Zach Larson still in the game with 2 fouls. Here's Cloward up to the top. Trying to get into Dow, and this is going to be a foul against Cromanhook. He just kind of looked like hooked the arm as he was trying to keep Dow in front of him.
Yep, he's pulled the defensive duty on Nathan Dow down low.
He's done a good job. Has held Sam Cromanhook to 2 points tonight. And Cromanhook's going to come out of the ball game here. And Dawson Butler's going to come in off that bench. Nope, Cromanhook's still in.
So they pulled out Polson? No, Polson's still in too.
And getting the layup inside was Zach Cloward. Or Cade Cloward, number 24. So 25-9 Maple Mountain, 3:36 to go in the quarter, and we got whistles blowing, and we're gonna get
looks like we have something on the court. A little bit of sweat. Someone's been doing some work. So they're gonna get a towel, clean that up.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the MVP Sports Player of the Game. Visit MVP Sports at 72 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. Give them a call at 801-798-3587 or visit them online, mvpsportsutah.com, where you get customized uniforms, equipment, shoes, all kinds of sporting goods. Again, that's MVP Sports, your hometown sporting goods specialist since 1987.
You know, looking at these refs, these are the exact same refs that earlier coached the girls' game, and I tell you, they were calling it close. Any kind of touch, they were calling. It looks like they're a little more forgiving in this boys' game.
Polson with the shot. That one was long. And a fight inside, and that's going to be, it looks like Jake Dixon.
Well, that was kind of... So maybe I was wrong. Maybe they are going to call this close.
So
but that was a great win by the girls over a good Wasatch team, especially with Liz Eaton on the injured reserve, I guess you call it. But big play by Nicole Hain and Lily Jex. They were both raining threes in that game.
Maple Mountain sitting right now in that 4 spot as Nathan Dow hits the jumper. So right now, both the basketball teams looking to qualify for the state tournament. Polson with it inside. Dawson Butler now. And we're going to get looks like a reach against Nathan Dow, and that's going to be his second.
Looks like these are the same refs, and they are going to call it close.
And that's Dow officially, and it is. That's his second with the hold. So Dawson Butler going to head to the free throw line. So fouls, when you have a game being called close, fouls become something to worry about in a sense.
Golden Eagles in the double bonus already.
And Butler couldn't hit the first.
Butler's sophomore. I think the tallest person on Maple Mountain's team at about 6'4".
2:56 to play in the first half. And the second one goes down for Dawson Butler. He's on the board tonight.
1 point, Dawson Butler.
So Mark Mortensen, number 20, checks in after his good game on Tuesday where he came in and hit some clutch three-pointers.
He got the MVP Sports MVP Player of the Game, which we'll be awarding at the end of this game. MVP Sports, your hometown sporting goods specialist since 1987. 72 North Main Street, Spanish Fork. MVPSportsUtah.com.
And Eli Ballstead with the basketball at the top. Cade Cloward gets it back to Ballstead. Ballstead looks like slipped or almost tripped. Ballstead fires up a 3, and that's good.
So 2 3-pointers for Wasatch. Golden Eagles have 3.
Mark Mortensen for 3. That one was well off, and rebound goes to Wasatch. Probably just looks like Mortensen on that one, just kind of rushed it. Nathan Dow with the basketball, playing with 2 fouls. Here's Cade Cloward for 3, and that one's long, and it goes right off of Dow, and it'll be a turnover with under 2 to play in the quarter. 26-14 in favor of Maple Mountain here. As we approach halftime, those final 2 minutes of each half can be very crucial to making sure you can keep all that momentum heading into the halftime locker room.
Yeah, not a time for a mental lapse.
Cromanhook, Hall at the top. Gets it over to Mortensen. Cromanhook in the corner. Back to the top, Mortensen. Drops it to Jaron Hall. Hall finds Cromanhook baseline. It's going to be Polson for three. That one rattled in.
Oh,
Anderson right there to tip it
Bryson Anderson flying in, controls the rebound and puts it back.
8 points for Anderson on the night. And Maple Mountain's lead goes back to 14.
Good to see him playing above the rim.
And they're going to get a foul, it looks like, against Anderson for a reach. And now is that, trying to think if that puts Wasatch now in the bonus, and it does.
As we see on the Car Guys instant replay, Bryson Anderson with the putback.
Like I said, Carson Bangeter to the free throw line, number 22.
So I got one foul for Bryson Anderson.
And a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Wasatch. Free throw on its way is good. We talked about in the open here the size of this Wasatch team. Only one player under 6 feet tall. And he's 5'10". Second free throw on its way, and that one's good as well. So a pair of free throws at the line cuts that Maple Mountain lead to 12 with 1:20 to play. And Bangeter comes out of the game. And Hall with the basketball. Moves it over. Here's Polson. Polson skip pass over to Cromanhook.
Great ball movement by the Golden Eagles.
Mortensen takes a three. That one's off. And rebound goes to Garrett Davis, number 2. And Wasatch trying to continue to cut into that lead here as Cade Cloward, number 24, with the basketball at the top of your screen.
You know, Wasatch in a 2-3. Golden Eagles need to try and get that ball into the high post and not be content to settle with those three-point shots.
Cloward down the lane, lost it on the way up, pulls it back in though. And Wasatch will reset. 33 to shoot here before the end of the half. And Cade Cloward will come and hold it at the top, and it looks like he'll be content here to play out the final shot. I'm kind of surprised Bryson Anderson isn't putting some sort of pressure, but I guess you're content right now with a 12-point lead. Cloward with 10 on the clock, goes around the screen, drops it over to Jesse Gilman. Ballstead back, Gilman with 2 on the clock. Over to Davis, who throws up a prayer and banks it in.
Prayer is answered.
I think he really just threw something up, and it just happened to find the back of the net or the backboard and go in. And
that was great defense by the Golden Eagles.
The Car Guys instant replay, he just kind of throws it up and banks it in.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
So for Wasatch in that first half, after not scoring at all in the first quarter, they put 19 points up at the end of the second quarter. And at halftime here at Maple Mountain High School, it's the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles 28 and the Wasatch Wasps 19 as Jaron Hall has come alive as he hits a three there. He's got 6 points at the half where the Golden Eagles lead it here on Spanish Fork 7.
2014 Valley Magazine, Dickerson Automotive.
What's going on today?
Oh, they're just here for the free Wi-Fi.
I've got Australia.
Dickerson Automotive has 3 ASC certified master automotive technicians that smell like bacon. Well, because everybody loves bacon.
Boy, it sure smells good in here. Is that bacon?
Bring home more bacon. In other words, spend less with the Dickerson Automotive Deal of the Month. Call for our specials or visit our website.
At Dickerson Automotive, we're committed to the finest repairs with personal care.
I trust Dickerson Automotive, and you can too.
Dickerson Automotive, way north on Main, in Spanish Fork.
Well, it's fun to dine at Taco Time. The service is great and the food is fine. So when you're feeling hungry, look to this side and bring the family down to Taco Time. You can dine right in or take away. You're pleasantly surprised at the price you pay. The finest food, our own special way. That's Taco Time, we're open every day.
Taco Time at 641 Kirby Lane in Spanish Fork.
Back here at Maple Mountain High School here on the Spanish Fork Community
cheerleaders
Network,
going back and forth in front of us.
Everybody gets situated during the halftime, and the Golden Eagles of Maple Mountain leading this one 28-19 over the visiting Wasatch Wasps. I'm Ryan Pickens alongside Jerry Huffman, and boy, what a first half. We saw Maple Mountain's defense take over in that first quarter, and that offense just kind of took off from there.
I tell you, it's kind of nice to have a game not so close. I don't have my heart in my throat at the end of the half, you know. I like it when the teams, sometimes I like a blowout, you know, just to kind of change from the cardiac kids, you know, that they usually are. But, hey, it's only halftime. You never know what's going to happen in that second half. And this Wasatch team is not a pushover.
The excitement in which we had Friday night, it definitely for this Maple Mountain team carried over for a few of these guys. And
my heart can't take that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's exciting for the time being, but sometimes you do like that more comfortable game. But I think the more exciting thing here is that we had here as we are at halftime. And, I mean, you know, you have this game, but it is a little more closer, and now you get ready to just go through the second half. But, Jerry, some of these guys stepping up tonight. I don't think it's been a while since we've seen Jake Dixon have 7 points in the first half.
He's more known for his defensive play. How about Bryson Anderson with 8? It's good to see him getting back in the scoring groove.
That's all right there. 8 points for Bryson Anderson. Jake Dixon with 7. Jaron Hall with 6. And, I mean, Kate Polson.
I love that new player stat.
Yeah, our production staff spent a lot of time working on that, so we appreciate them. We hope everyone at home enjoys some of these new graphics. But when you have a guy, Kate Polson, typically scores, you know, in that high teens for your guys, you get a guy like a Jake Dixon that steps up and is able to find ways to score. That relieves some of that stress off of a guy like Kate Polson.
Oh yeah, when you know, as we've seen in games before, anybody on this team can score, anyone at any time. But of course, the hallmark of this team is still their defense. The defense have kept them in a lot of ball games, especially the last 2 games, shooting 28% from the field and 65% average from the free throw line.
So we're going to take a quick break here on the Spanish Fort Community Network. When we come back, the second half of this one, Maple Mountain and Wasatch, where the Golden Eagles lead it 28-19 at halftime. Here on the Spanish Fort Community Network.
Auto, home, commercial, and so much more.
Both my car and my home are covered by American Family, and I love the savings.
I couldn't be happier with the way I've been treated by Tim and American Family Insurance. I'm not just a number, I'm Jack.
Tim Shanto in Spanish Fork has received the Distinguished Agency Award for the past 7 years for his level of customer service.
Let my family help your family. Save money on your insurance needs.
American Family Insurance.
Basketball here on the Spanish Fort Community Network, where Maple Mountain leads the Wasatch Wasps 28-19. We'd like to thank our sponsors for help bringing this game to you. MVP Sports, your hometown sporting goods specialist since 1987, sponsoring our MVP of the game, which will be announced at the end of this one, and the Car Guys Instant Replay.
Let's hope the Golden Eagles can continue scoring. I mean, a 9-point lead at half is good, but still, it's nowhere near putting the ball game away.
The Wasps put up 19 points in one quarter.
That's true.
Why
do you do that? Now you make my stomach hurt.
Nathan Dow hits the big three, and Jerry, I mean, that should have made your stomach hurt more as Dow starts hitting that three. I'll, try to not make your stomach hurt the rest of the season we go, Jerry.
It's gonna happen. Cardiac kids, I swear, they do it to me every year. Love them, though.
Polson's going to take a three and hit.
There we go. That helps the digestion.
Polson with 6 points, both three-pointers tonight, and the Golden Eagle lead back to 9. On the drive, and it was Cloward who just couldn't get it to go. Hall into the front court, pushing it for Maple Mountain. He thought about the three, pulls it up. Here's Cromanhook over, gets it in the middle, Abe Durant. Polson again, that one, and he's going to be fouled, and it looks like he's heading to the free throw line.
He knew he was fouled.
And it's going to go.
That's Isaiah Ballstead. That's his third.
Ballstead had to sit out some of that first half because of foul trouble, and now it takes him a whole minute and 11 seconds to pick up his third, and Polson misses the first free throw. Coach Averett there on the sideline has to like the way this team's playing. And the second one is good for Cade Polson. When you think of it, when you can have a team that's 11-3, 3-1 at this point in the league, heading to Springville Tuesday night, and then back home next Friday for crosstown rival Spanish Fort.
And that one loss versus Salem, I think they should have won that game.
And the free throw is good. It's an 11-point lead now for Maple Mountain. At the top, moving the basketball around the perimeter. Ballstead tries to drop it in. Cromanhook, and there's going to be a foul.
As he's kind of falling away, reaches in, gets a little bit of the hand. But that prevents an easy basket inside, so a good foul by Sam Cromanhook.
I don't know. It looks like Abe Durant is going to have the steal, so I'm not sure how necessary it was. That one's tipped up and stolen away. Durant tips it to Paulson, back to Durant, who lays it in, and Abe Durant's on the board for the first time tonight. 35-22 Golden Eagles. Back to the top. Here's Ballstead.
So all starters except for Cromanhook on the board.
Cloward.
Cromanhook working hard down low.
Hits a three, and there's going to be an offensive foul, or count the basket, it looks like, and then the offensive foul on Ballstead, and that's going to be his fourth as Isaiah Ballstead picks up the foul.
Wow.
So, I mean, positives and negatives there for Wasatch. You do keep the basket.
So they did count that basket?
They did count the basket because they're saying the foul happened after the basket.
Trying to get position, I guess, for the rebound.
And Jaron Hall has the basketball at the top. Number one. Over there to Polson. He thought about taking a deep three. Dow's on him.
There's not a shot that Polson would pass up, but he gets it poked in the eye for his efforts.
Whistles blow. I don't think they called a foul. I think they just.
No.
I haven't seen them signal anything yet. I think they just called time to let Polson kind of clear. I don't know. I don't want to say clear his eye, but maybe I'm not sure how to describe it exactly.
Just incidental contact, I guess.
Hall splits down the lane, gets it to Dixon, who's triple team, drops it to Jaron Hall. There's Polson at the top. Dow got him in the air. There's going to be a foul, and they're going to say a kick ball actually against Wasatch. And Cade Polson, as you can see there, is still playing with that eye a little bit, trying to get all the water out.
Yeah, getting poked in the eye, that really can affect your shot.
Jaron Hall with the basketball. Gets it over Jake Dixon. Dixon with 7 points tonight. Durant.
Oh, pivots, baseline. Almost gets that to go. Gets his own rebound. Oh, and it looks like it's going to be over the back.
And it's going to go.
Dern. Oh, no,
they're going to get Jake Dixon.
Now that's his third. That's a Jake Dixon I know. He's got 5 fouls, and he does not like to take them home with him.
And Jake Dixon will now head to the bench as Bryson Anderson comes in the ballgame for the first time in the second half. As Cade Cloward gets over. And that one's knocked away. Polson saves it to Jaron Hall. Hall to Durant, back to Hall, and he's going to be fouled. He's ahead of the line.
So now Eli Bolstead with 2 fouls. And Hall is 3 for 4 from the line.
So we see here on the Car Guys instant replay, good teamwork, and it's good awareness there to know where he was just to be able to get the foul. And Hall's first is on its way. Jaron Hall with 7 points tonight, making a run at our MVP Sports Player of the Game. Your hometown sporting goods specialist since 1987. Visit MVP Sports at 72 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. Give them a call at 801-798-3587 or visit them online mvpsportsutah.com. So Hall makes the pair. He's now got 8 points. Majority of those coming at the free throw line tonight.
So Bryson Anderson, Cade Polson all with 8.
And Cloward set with the basketball at the top. Maple Mountain zoned Wasatch for a good portion of the night, and it seemed to have slowed down Wasatch. Cloward down the lane, and we're going to get a foul. And this is going to go against Maple Mountain. Trying to see if they're going to get Abe Durant or...
So 35, Abe Durant.
And the first foul against Abe Durant. That's the third team foul of the second half.
That's good because it would have been Cromanhook's third foul, and the Golden Eagles really need him inside for defense.
And Cloward going to go to the free throw line. His first trip there tonight, he does have 4 points. He has 5 now after he makes the first.
I'd like to tell everyone listening, come support Maple Mountain Golden Eagle basketball or Spanish Fork Dons basketball. It's such an electrifying environment being here at the game. Watching it on Spanish Fork 17 is great too, but we'll show the replays.
Of course,
come watch it live.
Yeah, I mean,
of course, support. Even if you don't have a kid in school here, come support your teams. Community. Outstanding young men all around for both Spanish Fork and Maple Mountain.
And an outstanding pass there from Jaron Hall to Cade Polson. Polson now with 10. At the top of the key, gets it over. Here's Eli Ballstead. Ballstead back up to Logan Weisinger. Moving the basketball, Garrett Davis. Ballstead kicks it in the corner. Gilman for 3. That one's short. Cromanhook pulls the board and quickly gets it to Hall. Down court, and that one's knocked away by...
I don't know if he established his possession inside as Wasatch wants a timeout as they crawl within 11.
So a quick turnover there. Logan Weisinger with the steal, and then he takes it down court and just knocks down the 2. We'll see that here on the Car Guys instant replay. We'd like to thank the Car Guys for sponsoring tonight's instant replay. Visit the Car Guys at 872 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. Give them a call at 801-794-0077. Visit them online, thecarguysut.net. You can go car shopping right on their website. Look over the inventory and request more information. All right there on thecarguysut.net.
You know, I'm still looking for a car. I have to do that.
So right there, definitely been good. Bryson Anderson with 10 points tonight for Maple Mountain as we see some updated stats here. Hall and Polson with 8. Polson had a relatively quiet first half, but it'd be good here in the second half to see him get going.
Polson, when it rains, it pours with him. When he scores 1, he scores 6.
These next couple of games will be big for Cade Polson to step up. Jaron Hall, number 1 with the basketball now. Dribbling out by the double M. Gets a screen and goes around Cromanhook. Drops it off. It's Anderson in the corner for 3. And that one's off. Rebound goes to Wasatch. Eli Ballstead with it. Gets it over to Gilman. Drives baseline and throws it away. And that came. I was looking down at my roster.
I would have saved you.
Next thing I know, I see on our monitor here, there goes the ball. Starting to bring back memories of baseball. As I remember having one at the state tournament doing Spanish Fork last year that
you get a foul ball?
Hit the pole about less than about a foot and a half or so away from me. 39-28 Maple Mountain as.
Oh, nice play. Oh, you got to finish that. Bryson Anderson.
Anderson can't finish. Tipped out to Hall.
Great execution by the Golden Eagles on that play. Bryce Anderson will usually finish that. He gets a second chance and redeems himself. Nice job, Bryson Anderson.
Anderson now with 12 on the night. And Maple Mountain has executed their offense quite well tonight against Wasatch. Here's Dow, spins, banks it in.
Oh, great move by Nathan Dow.
I have Dow with 9, and it's been a relatively quiet 9 for Dow.
And he averaged about 16 for these Wasps.
Durant to the basket, goes up, and he's heading to the free throw line.
Leans in, it looks like Zach Larson.
And we'll see, and they did get Larson.
Oh, they got him for 3. I only have him for 2.
So Abe Durant's going to head to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
So 2 people in foul trouble for the Wasps. Isaiah Ballstead with 4 and Zach Larson now with 3.
And Durant puts the first one short. Tuesday night, Maple Mountain heads to Springville to take on the Red Devils. And then next Friday, the boys and the girls will both play here against crosstown rival Spanish Fork. Friday night basketball rivalry game.
I tell you, whether I'm announcing or not, I'm going to be here for that one.
And Durant hits, he's got 3s. He hits the second free throw. 2:14 to go. Up at the top, Cloward with the basketball. He gets it over a 3 on the way, and that one's going to be short for Larson. Rebound goes to Durant, and here come the Golden Eagles. Durant all the way, kicks it over to Hall in the corner. Hall attacks the basket, kicks in the opposite corner.
Now I think Hall could have thrown that down.
Polson gets a screen, Durant. And there's going to be a reach against
hand check foul.
Eli Ballstead, and that should be his 3rd.
That's 3, yeah, that is 3 for Ballstead. So now 3 people in foul trouble for Wasatch. 12-point lead for the Golden Eagles. Still not comfortable with that lead. I'm not.
I mean, and you don't like, especially those kind of fouls, because I don't want to say that was an unnecessary foul, but it was small enough where it didn't have a huge effect on the play.
Didn't, but I tell you, anytime you put 2 hands on a defender, great cut by Durant, Durant right there. But anytime you put 2 hands on the offensive player, at the top of the key, the refs are supposed to call that.
Yep. Larson hits on the other end. So Zach Larson now on the board. Maple Mountain's done a lot of the fundamentals tonight really well. Defense, passing the ball. They've moved the ball very well. Hall dribbles into a double team. Finds Anderson cutting into the middle, and he couldn't get it to go.
So close. Nice job cutting the middle by Bryson Anderson. Always finds a way to be open.
Ballstead to Cloward.
You know, he missed half the season last year. I believe it was a knee injury. It's great to have him back this year because he adds a spark off the bench or whether he's starting. Pure scorer.
And right there, a foul going, I believe, against Sam Kromenhoek.
That's 3 on Kromenhoek, if it is.
That's his third, and Kromenhoek will go to the bench. Garrett Griffin will come in.
So he's done a great job defensively.
In fact, no, Kromenhoek's going to stay in. Abe Durant, Jaron Hall going to go to the bench. Dawson Butler and Garrett Griffin in for Maple Mountain. 48 seconds to play, third quarter. And losing
nice
that
job.
ball. Here comes Polson.
Griffin just kind of pokes it away.
And that one's going to be a foul, I believe, against Jesse Gilman, number 15.
So that's I believe that's 16 fouls now. 16 fouls.
As we see on the Car Guys instant replay, Cade Polson taking out strong and hard right to the basket. So free throw is going to be on the way here for Cade Polson. 1 of 2, and the first one is good.
So that gives him 9, I believe.
And so 45-32. As right now, Polson will get him set for his next one here. And Polson's second is going to be on its way. And good. This place gets extremely quiet when Maple Mountain's at the free throw line. And the Golden Eagles with a 14-point lead here with 34 seconds to play in the third quarter. Ballstead with it over to Gilman. Gilman drives down the lane, and he gets it back out to Garrett Davis. Wasp will look to be content here. Here's Doe to the basket. Dow gets the basket to go, and he'll head to the free throw line.
They're going to count that basket. It looked like it happened before. So that's going to be on Ethan Poulter.
So Poulter in the ball game now. First time we've seen him tonight.
Oh, he's got himself a full beard.
And Dow now with 11 points, heads to the free throw line here. As he'll shoot one. Dow's had to earn all those 11 points tonight.
Yeah, quietly, just kind of, as you said before.
And the free throw's good.
Kind of crept up on 12 points.
He just kind of, tonight's just gotten 2 here and 2 here, and now Dow will go to the bench for Wasatch, get a well-earned rest here with 13 seconds on the clock. Mark Mortensen in the ball game now for Maple Mountain. As Cade Polson will have the ball in his hands here with under 10 to play. Polson pulls up for 3. That one's short. Anderson with the board tries to take it to the basket. There's going to be a foul here on the ground.
Now they're saying it's on the ground, and it looks like Anderson draws that one. That's going to be on Dow. No, that's on.
They're getting Jace Wright.
Right. That's 2 for him.
And that's the 17th foul. So Maple Mountain now into the 1-and-1. So Bryson Anderson heads to the free throw line.
Are they going to give him 2 shots here? Was that on the shot?
It's going to be, I think it's a 1-and-1.
It is. Yeah, they did call it on the ground.
And first one's good. I wasn't sure because I didn't see the official signal whether it was a 1-and-1 or 2. So
that's 13 points for Bryson Anderson.
And Anderson's free throw on the way. Good. So 14 points tonight for Bryson Anderson.
Leading all scorers, Bryson Anderson.
And here's Cloward with the basketball. Gets it back. A 3 is off for Eli
not
Ballstead.
answered at the end of the third period like it was at halftime.
And here at Maple Mountain High School on the Spanish Fork Community Network, at the end of 3 complete quarters, it's the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles 48 and the Wasatch Wasps 35. As the story in the third quarter, Bryson Anderson having his night. He's got 14 through 3 quarters on the Spanish Fork Community Network.
Here at Brockton & Bullion Coin, we are here for all of your gold and silver needs. We sell silver rounds, highest quality, highest purity, and you don't have to worry about whether they're certified because they are. We also sell collectible gold coins, gold bullion, Morgan silver dollars, our specialty silver rounds like this baseball. Everything you could think about is available through Brockton Bullion and
High school basketball here on the Spanish Fork Community Network tonight at Maple Mountain High School, where the Golden Eagles are home for the Wasatch Wasps, is brought to you by MVP Sports and the Car Guys for sponsoring tonight's Car Guys Instant Replay. The MVP Sports Player of the Game, of course, will be announced at the end of tonight's game. As we welcome you back, Ryan Fickens and Jerry Huffman with you. Start of the fourth quarter, where the Golden Eagles have a 13-point lead, and Jake Dixon with the basketball right now.
You know, great way to spend a Friday night. You know, I'd like to see more Maple Mountain fans in the student section. So I'm calling them out right now. Maple Mountain, get your student body in here. Support your team. They're making a great run. Come support them.
And right now we had a foul, a loose ball foul called against Wasatch. And I'm not sure if it was a foul or not, but the whistles blew, and Wasatch was not happy because they had a 2-on-1. We'll take this moment to thank the Car Guys at 872 North Main Street in Spanish Fork for sponsoring tonight's Car Guys Instant Replay. You can visit the Car Guys at their location on North Main Street. Give them a call at 801-794-0077 or visit their website, thecarguysut.net.
And as always, we will have an MVP Sports MVP of the game. MVP Sports, your hometown sporting goods specialist since 1987. 72 North Main Street, Spanish Fork. 798-3587 or visit their website, mvpsportsutah.com.
So Maple Mountain with the basketball, 7:36 to go. With a 13-point lead, and there we're going to get a tie-up.
Kind of chippy right there. You don't want to do that with Jake Dixon.
A little chippiness there, and two guys will say, all right, good job, but Jake Dixon's going to head to the free throw line here.
I tell you, he's not going to back down from anybody. So
Logan Biesinger picking up his third foul. And Dixon heads to the line to shoot a 1-on-1, as we see there on the Car Guys Instant Replay. A little pushing and shoving.
A little stare down. I like it. A
little intensity to add to the ball game, and Dixon hits the first free throw. Dixon with 8 points tonight.
You know, of course, if a fight did break out, I got to say, I would not like that. But I like not being intimidated, not letting the other team get in your head. But never want to see a fight break out at a high school basketball game. That is disappointing if it does.
So Dixon at the line looking for his 9th point of the night, and the free throw's good. And a 15-point lead now for Maple Mountain. I believe that's their largest lead of the night.
Golden Eagles spreading the scoring around, but still Bryson Anderson leading all scorers with 14 points.
Cade Cloward with the basketball in the corner, looking to try to get it inside, back out to Garrett Davis. Cloward back cuts all the way along. Dow comes to get it at the top.
You know, and for Bryson Anderson to have 14 points, you know, and still working so hard against Nathan Dow underneath, that's got to take some out of your legs, but to still be able to score, that's outstanding.
Here's Dow with the basketball against Bryson Anderson. Dow will pull up and take a three.
And there's Anderson right in his face.
And it's Biesinger getting the rebound for Wasatch. The Wasps trying to set up their offense. Ooh, try to get it to Dow. Cloward takes the three and hits.
They give him a three-pointer on that one?
They did. Here's Bryson Anderson. Anderson with it. Gets it over Garrett Griffin. Back out to Cade Polson. Polson looking to attack, and now will go to the other side over to Jake Dixon. Back to Garrett Griffin. Polson takes a three, and that one in and out. Dow runs down the rebound in the corner, and Wasatch will look to control.
Cade Polson never met a three-point shot he didn't like. Just a little off on that one.
6 minutes to go, fourth quarter.
Oh, kind of extended the arm.
Dow runs over Ian Putler, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
So now Dow with 3 fouls. Look at the car guy's instant replay. Watch him extend that arm. Oh, kind of hidden by Garrett Griffin, but you can trust me back at home. He did extend the arm.
We had a
no biased here. I'm not biased at all.
We had a decent view from our spot here underneath the basket as Jake Dixon looks to be running the point for Maple Mountain. You have to wonder here if Coach Averett might take advantage to get some of his younger players in the game as we go throughout the quarter.
So once again, Dixon and Biesinger tying up. It looks like that foul is going to go to Biesinger, his fourth. So
and
keep taking it at him, Jake Dixon.
And now that puts Maple Mountain in the double bonus, so they're shooting free throws the rest of the game. And Dixon off with that first one.
You know, it did look kind of like a frustration foul for Wasatch. You know, battle so hard and still be down by 12 points.
Jaron Hall back in with Garrett Griffin, Jake Dixon, Sam Cromenhook, and Bryson Anderson. Dixon's free throw on its way, and that one missed again. Rebound is controlled by Isaiah Balstead for Wasatch. Back in with 4 fouls. As Wasatch looking to try to cut into the deficit, currently down 12, and that's not going to help. There's a turnover. It's Hall over to Anderson, over to Dixon. A shot gets blocked from behind by Dow. Wasatch looking to run. Dixon from behind, and it's going to be a reach-in foul from behind, and I'm not sure if they got Dixon or
I think
Hall.
They're going to get Dixon on that one. Let's hope it goes to Hall because Dixon has 3 fouls. Hall only has 1. But way to hustle back after getting your shot blocked just to contest as you can see, he's running right there. Ooh. I think that might be on Hall. Yeah.
They did.
They did give that to Jaron Hall, his second foul.
Wasatch will take a quick 30-second timeout here with 5:24 to go in the fourth quarter.
No quit in these Golden Eagles.
And you really look at it. We're early in the region play. We got Maple Mountain's got Springville and Spanish Fork, and they've seen everybody in the region. And I mean, Jerry, you and I have seen now Wasatch, Salem Hills play. We've also seen Provo and Timpview. You have to really like the opportunity that Coach Averett there and his Golden Eagles huddling in timeout. The likelihood they have to finish in the top 4,
right,
and maybe even the top 1 or 2 spots as well.
I think so. I mean, Spanish Fork's going to be a huge game. It's huge. It's going to be huge. And it can go either way in those rivalry matchups, and 2 big rivals next week.
Spanish Fork coming into tonight as the number 1 in Region 8.
Yep, 3-0.
Maple Mountain sitting at 2-1 in the second spot, and you think of where those 2 games sit. You have Spanish Fork at the end of the first time through region play, and that last matchup, the final game of the regular season, over across town at Spanish Fork. And when you take a look at those 2 games, the playoff implications that could be on the line in both of those bowl games.
Yeah, the difference between first and fourth is that seed is huge.
Dow takes it to the basket, count the basket and the foul.
They're going to get Dixon on that one.
And that would be his, it looks like, Sam Cromenhook. And that's his 4th.
Oh, no. So Cromenhook, the defensive specialist, with 4 fouls. Not good.
I love the point you brought up, Jerry, about the importance of finishing, in that top 2 spot. Region 8 matched up with Region 5. And you're playing the tournament in Ogden at the D Event Center. And so the interesting thing about that is a lot of those Region 5 teams,
field.
That's going to be a lot closer of a trip than it is going to be for really any of these teams from Region 8. Dow's free throw is good. He's now got 15 on the night. And it's back within 10. Wasatch has cut the lead to single digits.
Looks like a 9-point
Hall
deficit for Wasatch.
With the basketball, we're going to get a foul here. I think that's going to be Cloward.
Looks like the refs might become a little closer. They don't want it to get out of hand here.
And that is going to be the foul going against Cade Cloward. That's his first personal. And now that sends Jaron Hall to the free throw line for a pair. Hall's made 5
for 6. He's 5 for 6 from the line.
A conversation going on here, just trying to sort everything out. They're looking at something on Bryson Anderson here, maybe checking for blood or something. Not sure. And now it looks like they're going to have a go over too. They're going to take Bryson Anderson over to the Maple Mountain sideline.
Get him patched up by Krista, the trainer for Maple Mountain All Sports. She does an awesome job, her and her staff.
And I think what the problem is, I think they're saying his jersey ripped.
Oh, really?
Because they were talking about the jersey being tucked in. And so coming in, Garrett Griffin's going to check into the game here. Anderson and
so get one of the best players off the court, you just rip his jersey? All right.
I mean, it's an interesting concept, but so Anderson will go get everything taken care of. Hall's free throw rattles in and out.
I think he might have traded jerseys with one of the underclassmen. We'll see what number he comes out with.
I think it was number 24, Jesse Gaither-Cole, that I saw heading back with Anderson. But we'll see just exactly what happens when he comes back. Hall's second one on its way is good.
There we go, Jaron. Nice job. Back to a double-digit lead for the Golden Eagles. I mean, fourth period, you cannot have too many points.
Cade Cloward with the basketball looking, and he just loses the handle on it. Loose ball. Hall picks it up, but he's on the in line.
His foot did go out. I know he doesn't think so. I had a really good angle looking right down here. But great hustle as he dove over that Wasatch player. See the car guy's instant replay. He flies over. Oh, there it is right there. Wait, what?
Wait, I think he was in, and after that ball came, after he touched the ball, then I think when he rolls that he went out.
My eyes in real time deceived me because that looked like he was in.
Isaiah Ballstead with the basketball over to Nathan Dow. Wasatch moving the basketball at the top. Here's Dow. And Durant just reached in.
He gives the ball to him and a foul is called. He put it right in his belly.
Boy,
I don't know.
We had a very good look at that one here. We'll see here. We'll get a Car Guys instant replay.
He just gave it right to him.
Puts that ball.
Looked like a handoff, quarterback to running back.
Those would be both players involved. As Dow hits the free throw.
So now Dow leads all scorers with 16 points. Up around his average. More importantly, double-digit lead cut to 9. 8.
Dow hits the free throw, and this is one of those danger zones we've seen Maple Mountain kind of struggle closing out ball games. Wasatch with some signs of life on their bench here. 7-point game. 4:34 to go, fourth quarter. Hall with the basketball. Over to Jake Dixon. Garrett Griffin with it down the key. Drops it back to Polson. Polson's got to watch extending there. Here's Durant inside. Hall, the basket, and the foul.
Hoop in the harm, baby. Hoop in the harm. Nice cut by Hall. I think Durant got it to him.
And the foul there goes against Cade Cloward, his second. As Hall just does a nice job of just going straight up, getting the foul.
So looks like Wasatch trying to pick up the defense on the outside, let Hall sneak inside for 2. And he finishes the three-point play the hard way.
Hall with 12 points on the night, 54-43, Maple Mountain on top. A deep three is going to be banked in by Eli Ballstead. He's got 6.
That looked like a Dixon 3. Hard off the glass.
Jaron Hall setting up the Maple Mountain offense. You got Dow on Polson. Dixon guarded by Biesinger. And right there, Eli Ballstead having the tough assignment against Jaron Hall. Dixon with the basketball in the middle.
Gets it into
Durant drops it to Dixon, who kicks it out. Polson thought about it. Attacks the basket. He's going to be fouled. Looks like he's going to head to shoot 2 at the free throw line.
So that's another foul on Cade Cloward. He racked up 3 here into the third, beginning of the fourth.
And Bryson Anderson making his way to the table, and he's wearing 24. So he'll go let the table know he's now checking in under number 24.
So he just went and stole Jesse Gathercole's jersey.
And the free throw is good for Cade Polson. It was Polson at the line this time. Earlier in the game, I gave some of Bryson Anderson's points over to Cade Polson.
And it's a mistake as he generally scores a lot of points.
And Polson ready for his second one on the way. That one's off. And we're going to get, it looks like a lane violation. And
That's
Polson's
rare.
going to get a second opportunity. They're going to say Wasatch came in to the key too early. And so Polson heading back to the free throw line where he'll get another shot.
So you can't enter the lane until it hits the rim. In the NBA, as soon as it leaves the player's hands, you can crash the lane. But it has to hit the rim first in high school basketball. Or maybe not.
As Polson does get that free throw to go.
I thought it was the rim. I guess it is on the release of the ball.
10-point lead. Here's Cloward. Biesinger with the basketball. Maple Mountain back into that 2-3 zone. Wasatch needs to score, and they need to score quickly. Cloward with the basketball coming up. And a deep three for Eli Ballstead is off. Rebound going to be fought. Throws it right into Paulson's chest, and it goes out of bounds.
So heads-up play by Wasatch.
I don't think Cade Polson was too happy about that.
Oh, no.
The look that he just gave Eli Ballstead, but
that's his permanent look.
and here's a three for Isaiah Ballstead's good. The first time Isaiah Ballstead's on the board tonight, and the Wasatch lead back to 7 at 56-49. Under 3 to play here at Maple Mountain. Hall splits the defense. Almost lost the ball. He's going to be
That's going to be on 0. If that is on Logan Biesinger, that is going to be his 5th.
And
they're going to give that to
Eli
Ballstead.
And that's his 4th.
So multiple players in foul trouble for the Wasps.
So I have both Ballstead brothers with 4. I have Clay Coward with 3. Nathan Dow with 3. Logan Biesinger with 4.
And Zach Larson with 3. So,
and Hall hit it, making that first free throw. Not the Golden Eagle you want to put at the free throw line for Wasatch. Hall very consistent at the line, very calm at the free throw line.
Yeah, very hard to rattle Jaron Hall. And, of course, the announcer's curse, he misses.
So an 8-point lead for Maple Mountain. Wasatch looking to try to get anything on the board here to cut into this lead. Cloward with the basketball, looking for something to do. Gets it back to Biesinger. A 3 for Eli Ballstead is short. And getting his, that must have been Isaiah Ballstead with the shot. Eli Ballstead for 3, this time is off. Dixon with the board. Cloward trying to steal it. And we're going to get a blocking foul on the backcourt.
Okay, he was foul underneath, but that was not a foul. That's probably a makeup call, and that's on 24, his 4th. Now there's four Wasps in foul with 4 fouls.
And so now Jake Dixon to go to the free throw line. So, I mean, it is extending the game if you're Wasatch as Dixon misses the first free throw.
Dixon has missed his last 3 free throws. Talked to him after the game. Someone needs to put a little bit of work in.
And Wasatch wants to take a 30-second timeout with 2:24 to go. And, I mean, really, Jerry, when you take a look at this game for Maple Mountain, the implications now, you take care of advantage at your home court, you're going to have a very good shot at finishing in the top 4.
You definitely have to win the ones at home because these ones on the road, they are tough. And I fully expect Wasatch to be competing for that, maybe that 4th spot in region.
Maple Mountain in the second half of region play has to go to Timpview, Wasatch, Spanish Fork. I guess those are the 3 that they have to play on the road. But when you take a look at this, you have a majority of those games, second round of region. You have a lot of those games at home. A lot of those games are going to be very winnable games for you. It's down to time to take care of business.
It is. So Dixon's second shot. He is currently 2 for 5. And 2 for 6.
Dow pulls the rebound for Wasatch.
You know, and I know Jake Dixon. Those are going to eat him up. He is such a perfectionist.
And there's a foul as Eli Ballstead goes to take it to the basket. And we're going to get a foul against Maple Mountain. We'll see here who they're going to get.
Looks like Jaron Hall.
So the third foul against Jaron Hall, 19th foul. So Wasatch will shoot a 1-and-1 as Eli Ballstead will be at the line. And his first is on its way and is off. Kromenhoek fights and gets the rebound inside. Gets it out to Bryson Anderson. If you're joining us late, Anderson wearing 24 instead of 32. Hall with the basketball. Dribbles through the pressure, gets it over to Cade Polson. Wasatch has brought a better intensity defensively here.
You know, Golden Eagles happy to just slow it down, eat some time off the clock.
Anderson will go to the basket, drops it to Kromenhoek, but he just let the pass a little out.
He expected Kromenhoek to cut a little bit sooner. And I think rightly so, because it was wide, the lane was wide open.
Bryson Anderson to the bench, Jake Dixon in off the Maple Mountain bench. 1:46 to play, fourth quarter.
So a chance for them to get within 6, maybe 5.
Ballstead loses it. Dixon won all the way to the basket by himself, lays it in.
Finger roll, Jake Dixon.
That the lead for Maple Mountain back to double digits. Cloward over. Beisinger gets a shot blocked by Polson. Gets the second attempt, didn't go. Dow gets the basket. They're going to wave it off.
Okay, how do you wave the basket off?
And they're going to get Kromenhoek for a foul.
How do you wave the basket off when you're in the air for the tip? It doesn't.
Let's see here if we can get.
So that's the block by Polson.
There's the shot by Beisinger. Slow it down right.
So how is that not on the shot?
Well, they're going to call a foul against Dow. So Kromenhoek's going to the free throw line.
So they're saying okay, that makes sense.
That makes a lot more sense now. All of a sudden I see Kromenhoek at the line. I'm like, oh, that was offensive. And Kromenhoek hits the first free throw. So Kromenhoek I have that as his first points of the night.
It is. You know, and more importantly, that's Nathan Dow's fourth foul. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wasatch players with 4 fouls. Of course, that only are going to be important if we go into overtime, and I don't see that happening.
Kromenhoek misses the free throw, and Wasatch right now looking to try to do something with it. Here's Cloward, goes all the way, and they're going to get a foul, and we'll see here.
Dixon? Nope.
Jaron Hall with a hold.
So 4 fouls now on Jaron Hall. It was nice to see him get aggressive. You get 5, can't take him home. Not worth anything, can't trade him in for anything.
And 10th team foul, so it's 2 for Cade Cloward at the line. He misses the first.
So I got Cade Cloward with 8 points. He has 1 3.
Bryson Anderson in, Jake Dixon out for Maple Mountain. Golden Eagles, if they hold on, move to 11-3, 3-1 in region. And the free throw is off. Dow gets the rebound. The putback, no. And Bryson Anderson gets the rebound, and we're going to get a foul against Cade Cloward.
That is Cade Cloward. He's gone.
And he immediately heads over to the bench. And it is officially Cade Cloward. So Cloward is gone. That's his 5th. And Bryson Anderson heads to the line for Maple Mountain. Zach Larson, number 25, will check in.
The Maple Mountain students giving the business with the left, right.
And Anderson heading to the free throw line after a nice ball game tonight for Bryson Anderson.
So there's point number 15 for Anderson, who is vying for the MVP Sports MVP of the game. MVP Sports, your hometown sporting goods specialist since 1987. 798-3587 or MVPSportsUtah.com.
Anderson off with the second one. Larson for 3. Got it. A big 3 in the corner for Zach Larson.
Giving him 5 points.
The deep inbound. Kromenhoek all alone, and he gets fouled on the way up, and he's heading to the free throw line.
Now, if that's on 11, Isaiah Ballstead, he's gone as well.
Kromenhoek is hoping to go up and dunk
11.
that.
So that should be his 5th foul. So he's gone.
Ballstead will check out. Well, I guess he doesn't really have a choice. He's disqualified at this point with his 5th foul, and Cromanhook will go to the free throw line.
And Maple Mountain will bring everybody back on defense. 47 seconds left. I think I can almost comfortably say that this is in the bag.
What looks to be a good win for Maple Mountain. Like we said earlier in the game, head to Springville Tuesday night after the long weekend. And then they'll head back home for Spanish Fork on Friday. And the first one is good for Cromanhook.
So Cromanhook 2 of 3 so far from the line. Quiet scoring night, but I tell you, his value underneath defense on Nathan Dow, phenomenal.
Cromanhook with 3 points on the night. Inside, the shot couldn't go. Dow comes flying in out of nowhere to get the board.
Oh, and I think he.
Oh, and down on the play, and
that's Bryson Anderson took a shot to the face.
So the basket is good for Dow.
Let's hope he's okay, because with 37 seconds left in a ball game that's pretty much over right now. Let's see what happens here on the Car Guys instant replay. Coming in, focus on Bryson Anderson, and there it is. Hit him in the back, and his face went off number 13's shoulder.
That is not a pleasant injury there. Anderson did come off the court under his own power, so that would be good. We do want to thank the Car Guys for sponsoring all of our instant replays tonight. Visit the Car Guys at 872 North Main Street in Spanish Fork. Give them a call at 801-798-0077 or visit them online, thecarguysut.com.
Our good friend Jeff Procaro, the photographer for all Maple Mountain activities, comes by and takes our picture. I'm sure I'll see that on Facebook tomorrow.
I'm sure that one will be out there for us.
I got to give a shout out to Jeff and Tawny Procaro, great Maple Mountain supporters. Tawny right now is in there working in the snack shack, and Jeff constantly working, taking pictures of cheerleaders, wrestlers. He does it all for Maple Mountain. It's good to see.
I do want to take a quick moment too to thank our producer and all the camera people here and all the technicians who set everything up, who make this broadcast possible. They really don't get enough credit for the work they do.
I know, I just come here and just spout nonsense, and I got the fun part of the job.
Durant gets it over here, and Maple Mountain has to find some way to clear it, but Wasatch looks like is going to foul. They would have just waited a few more seconds. It might have been a 10-second call.
Yeah.
And the foul's going to go against Carson Mahoney, number 4, a 6'2" junior. The interesting thing about this Wasatch team, Jerry, looking at their roster, yeah, they do have a lot of seniors, but they have a lot of juniors that are getting some good varsity experience. This might be a team in the next couple of years to watch out for up in Heber.
This is, and with Jaron Hall and Cade Polson, they're both juniors, so next year looks good for them as well, too.
And so now we'll see here some.
Did Polson just miss that shot?
He did.
Come on, Mr. Polson. Got to have our free throws. I know it doesn't count much in this game, but those close ones, it matters.
Polson ready for his second, and this one's good. 30 seconds to play here at Maple Mountain. Nathan Dow with the basketball, gets it in the corner. Larson thought about the three, now will put it up. That one's off. Ballstead inside with the rebound. We're going to get a foul. And I think we're going to get Jaron Hall, and if that is, that would be number 5 on Hall.
And I think the refs just kind of want to, no, that's going to be on
Garrett Griffin.
I think the refs just kind of want to calm things down a bit. 20 seconds left, 10-point lead. I guess there's still an outside chance for Wasatch. They can cut it down to 8 right here.
And Eli Ballstead misses the first free throw.
And it does look like Wasatch has conceded the victory as they check in all of their younger players.
Carson Mahoney, Garrett Davis in the ball game. Carson Bangeter back in the ball game for Wasatch. Cromanhook, Griffin, Polson, Dixon, and Hall for Maple Mountain. Cromanhook pulls the rebound. Griffin gets it up ahead. Hall clears the century mark with 13.
He slows it down.
Double team. There's going to be a foul against Garrett Davis.
Hit him on the arm.
So 2 free throws coming here for Jaron Hall. So right now.
So that foul, was that foul on Garrett Davis?
Yeah, Garrett Davis. And Hall got the first one to go.
Nice touch there by Jaron Hall, 14 points.
Right now as Eli Ballstead will come out for Wasatch. Nathan Dow will come out. A good night for Nathan Dow. Nothing to be ashamed of, 19 points. One of those things for Wasatch, just too little too late, really, when you take a look at it.
And Coach Aver does the same thing. He wants to get his starters off, potentially get hurt in the last 12 seconds.
Talon Schneider, number 0 in the ball game. Mark Mortensen in the ball game. Number, I want to say it's 25. I have to look at my roster here. And I don't, that's Dawson.
And Hall comes out of the game, and Parker Christensen comes in for him.
So I think at 25, I have him down as, I want to say it's Dawson Butler, but I don't think that's right. 7 seconds on the clock. Wasatch with the basketball. A 3 on the way is off. Davis with the putback is good. And that is how the ball game's going to come to an end.
Outstanding job, Golden Eagles, bringing home the win.
So a good performance tonight by Maple Mountain as they get the 67-56 victory here on the Spanish Fork Community Network. A great performance tonight. Maple Mountain moves to 11-3 overall, 3-1 in Region 8 play. Wasatch falls to 5-9, 1-2 in Region 8 play. We're going to take a break here on the Spanish Fork Community Network. When we come back, Jerry and I will wrap this one up. You're seeing the final score, Maple Mountain 67, Wasatch 56. Stay tuned for postgame here on the Spanish Fork Community Network.
Voted 2014 Valley Magazine, Dickerson Automotive.
What's going on today?
Oh, they're just here for the free Wi-Fi.
I've got Australia.
Dickerson Automotive has 3 ASE certified master automotive technicians that smell like bacon. Well, because everybody loves bacon.
Boy, it sure smells good in here. Is that bacon?
Bring home more bacon. In other words, spend less with the Dickerson Automotive Deal of the Month. Call for our specials or visit our website.
At Dickerson Automotive, we're committed to the finest repairs with personal care.
I trust Dickerson Automotive, and you can too.
Dickerson Automotive, way north on Main, in Spanish Fork.
Back here on the Spanish Fork Community Network, our final score, the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles 66 and the Wasatch Wasps 56 here, and a great game at Maple Mountain High School tonight. We'd like to thank our sponsors one final time for sponsoring tonight's MVP Sports Player of the Game is MVP Sports, and also our instant replay tonight brought to you by the Car Guys. We thank them for their sponsorship here of high school athletics here on the Spanish Fork Community Network and for the contributions they make to the city of Spanish Fork. So,
you know, a lot of guys could have had that player of the game. You know, Hall with 15 points, Dixon with 11, Polson with 13. You know, Sam Cromanhook only had 3 points, but his efforts down low, always. I love the intangibles. So what him and Jake Dixon bring to the table. Abe Durant, Garrett Griffin, all those guys really play that team game and contribute to the win.
And when you take a look at these final player stats tonight, Jaron Hall, Bryson Anderson, both having a very good ball game. You had Cade Polson who had a nice 13-point ball game. And those were a quiet 13. We talked about Nathan Dow tonight with a quiet 19 points. Cade Polson was in the same boat. A very quiet 13 points, kind of 2 or 3 here.
Yeah, his points usually come in runs, but not tonight. He contributed 13 team points. I'll call them team points, instead of individual. But team points, just not streaky.
And we saw some things tonight from Maple Mountain that we probably haven't seen throughout the year. They got a nice lead to start the ball game, and then they found a way when Wasatch started to get that momentum back. Maple Mountain said, not so fast. No. We're going to get the momentum.
And everybody contributed. We had, 3 players in double digits. 4 players in double digits, which just shows the depth of this Maple Mountain team.
And when you take a look at it, I mean, we were talking during the break about the different guys you could go with as that MVP Sports Player of the game, and you mentioned Bryson Anderson, Jaron Hall, Cade Polson. We threw out 4 or 5 names, but I really do think tonight we have that right MVP Sports Player of the game with the type of game all-around basketball. It's not always about, Jerry, who scores the most points, but you got defense, rebounds, good passing, and I think the guy that we went with tonight.
Oh, they already gave it up. Look, they already gave it up.
They already gave it up. Well, as you see at the bottom of the screen, Bryson Anderson tonight's
Way to steal our thunder.
Player of the game.
Our thunder.
That's
but
right.
Bryson Anderson down low, had to guard Nathan Dow. I mean, Nathan Dow doesn't just stay down low. He runs all over, so tires him out, but is still able to contribute points on the offensive side. So outstanding job, Bryson Anderson. It's good to see him back from his injury last year and, scoring big points for these Golden Eagles. And they will need him here next week when they face Springville on Tuesday and Spanish Fork on Friday.
A big week coming up for the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Coach Avery and company have, 3 days to get ready for that game. Springville's a team that maybe their record doesn't quite indicate how good they are. They have a lot of talent in that Springville program. And then right now, the number 1 team in Region 8, the Spanish Fork Dons. And you got that game at home, and you have to protect your home court against a team that's playing very well right now.
Because when Maple Mountain travels over to Spanish Fork, their home crowd shows up. It's an electrifying atmosphere at Spanish Fork. I would love to see that same thing here in Maple Mountain, and I am calling out all you Maple Mountain students. Come support this great Golden Eagle basketball team.
It's been a fun season so far. We're only 4 games into the Region 8 schedule, and right now I kind of wish it was early December because it's been so much fun.
I'm having a blast.
Watching this team play. So tonight, once again, our final score: the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles 66, and the visiting Wasatch Wasps 56.
Love it.
And the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles improving to 11-3, 2-1, or 3-1 now in Region 8 play to hold on to that tight second spot. As next week, Maple Mountain heads to Springville on Tuesday night on the road before coming back home for the Spanish Fork Dons. For our entire Spanish Fork Community Network team, I'm Ryan Pickens signing off tonight. What a night as Cade Polson hits in a 3 and the Golden Eagles win tonight on Spanish Fork Community Network.